Everyone's special, but are they regular? That depends on if they're getting enough fiber. How to achieve the perfect poo that keeps you healthy and living longer.
Bryce, you're big on fiber. Eat in abundance every day and you're going to lower your risk of death by 20%. That is a big statistic.
It absolutely is, and it's probably even underscored. I'll tell you, we all have heard of eating more fruits and vegetables, and we should, but to that we should also add grains, beans, and legumes because we just simply under-eat fiber.
Yeah, we're not getting nearly enough, are we?
Absolutely not. In fact, most of us get about 10 grams. Think of that as 2 heaping teaspoons equivalent if you're supplementing with fiber. What we really need is 40 grams minimum a day to get that reduction in overall death by 20%.
And by eating that, what else does it prevent?
You know, stave off things like diabetes and heart disease, epidemics that plague us, even obesity, but it extends itself all the way through to the big C, cancer.
Nuts. That's a huge source of fiber. You're a big fan of that. Not all nuts and not huge amounts.
Nuts do contain certain amounts of fiber, which are healthy, and a lot of essential fatty acids. So aim to have about your own handful, fistful a day, no more than that. It's a great source of protein as well. But walnuts. Walnuts are one of my favorite. Amazing for the brain and the gut.
And how are almonds?
Almonds, pistachios. I mean, you can't really go wrong with nuts, but some have better fiber than others.
Something else we're learning about, not you, but the general public, is probiotics. They're important.
Absolutely. These are the friendly bacteria that reside in our gut. In fact, 80% of your immune system is unraveled within your gut. It's called GALT, or gut-associated lymphoid tissue. And this is so important to keep balanced, and probiotics, the friendly bacteria, help us to do that. They speak to our immune system. In fact, they control everything from our mood to how much weight we carry. So we absolutely want to make sure that we're including a lot more fermented foods like sauerkraut and yogurt into our diet along with that fiber. Fiber, turns out, feeds the probiotics. They need to eat too. And the good bacteria help us with all kinds of health disease prevention.
Fiber is our friend is the bottom line here. So define for me the perfect stool.
Yeah, there is a perfect poo, you know. And first, let's talk about the 3-3 rule. So we don't want to go more often than 3 times a day. That can be unhealthy. We also don't want to go less than once every 3 days. And then when we think form and function, we have to think of the perfect form. We have to think of that poo entering into the toilet bowl like an Olympic diver, not splashing everywhere. We also have to imagine this to be slightly S-shaped. That tells us it's in a good form. In fact, there's even a Bristol stool chart online. You can look this up. It's like the Snellen eye chart. Your doctor will get you to look at a chart and say, well, read these lines for me. Well, you can look at the stool chart and actually choose what type you are. You should be between 3 and 4.
Interesting conversation, to say the least.
Well, sometimes we're talking taboo. In this case, poo isn't taboo. So get yourself tested, look for levels of probiotics, make sure there's no inflammation in that gut, and honor your poo.
For more information about your optimal health and getting tested, log on to myhealthreport.ca.